Denver 7 News. It's Thanksgiving Day, and while millions are spending time with family,
others are spending the holiday helping out their fellow Coloradans.
My team and I will be pushing out 7,500 plus meals. We've been going since, I want to say 10 p.m. yesterday.
But some organizations are facing a new crisis and struggling to find enough volunteers.
We're down about half the volunteers we had pre-pandemic.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Thanksgiving Day. I'm Jacqueline Allen.
And I'm Jessica Porter. We want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at Denver 7 and wish you luck if you're heading home this weekend. Nearly 55 million people are expected to travel 50 miles or more this Thanksgiving holiday. AAA says those numbers are nearly a 2% increase from last year and just under pre-pandemic levels from 2019. Nearly 1 million of those travelers will be from Colorado.
And if you are flying tonight or tomorrow, it looks like things will go pretty smoothly at Denver International Airport. According to the website flightaware.com, only 2 flights have been canceled today. Just over 100 were delayed.
That's impressive. And now we're going to go to a live look outside on this Thanksgiving evening, and everything is pretty calm and quiet out there tonight.
Looks nice out there. Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson joins us now. And Mike, thankful for the weather today, and tomorrow for Black Friday, we have a good deal coming for the weather.
Oh, well said. Yes, we have very nice weather coming up for Friday. Right now, the key weather worries across the country are to the east and south of us. A lot of rain from the Ohio Valley all the way down to the Gulf Coast as showers and thunderstorms are moving through. Nothing severe, just a good old heavy rain on Thanksgiving. But this is heavy snow in New Mexico and West Texas. That's the front that came through last night with just a few flurries. They actually have winter storm warnings in both areas for up to about a half a foot of snow tonight and tomorrow morning. Back here in Colorado, there's not much. A little bit of snow down near Raton Pass. Otherwise, the skies have cleared. Temperatures are getting chilly. It will be a cold night time with those clear skies. Light winds were 36 currently in Denver, 40 out west at Grand Junction. Front range numbers are 20s, mostly in the mountains, although up currently on Berthoud Pass, it's 9 degrees above zero. Here's our forecast. Clear cold tonight, warmer Friday, dry for most of the weekend, but there's a little bitty chance of some snow Saturday night and early Sunday. Your full 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Mike. And many people are out volunteering today for Thanksgiving to help give back to their communities.
Denver 7's Bayon Wang met with a local group helping prepare thousands of meals at a popular spot in downtown Denver.
Let's get plates all along here.
All hands on deck.
I need one of you to jump on here and start leading.
Throughout every hour overnight.
So we've been going since 10 p.m. yesterday.
Thousands of pounds of turkey, pork, and chicken.
So we have cranberry sauce, we have roasted turkey that we pulled, we have roasted carrots and squash.
All for one cause.
My goal is to just try to bring some relief.
Relief to thousands of our Denver Metro neighbors in need who may not have the means to afford a Thanksgiving meal or a family to share it with.
There are individuals that are sleeping on the bridges. There's individuals that are sleeping in parks and tents.
It's hard to look past these realities when it was one for Tajai Cook.
I was once that person in need. I was once living out of my car when I was a teenager.
You may recognize Cook. He was our Denver 7 everyday hero in 2020, preparing more than 500 meals to unhoused residents.
God, this turkey looks so good.
2 years later, the stakes are higher, and these group of volunteers
mission is to use our spare time to make other people's lives better.
Are stepping up.
Together, we're going to push out over 7,500 meals together. The need grew, so we addressed it even more.
5,000 meals will go straight to Main Street Worship Center in Aurora.
275 more meals to push out.
The other meals will go to various organizations, including the Salvation Army.
It's hard not to think about your fellow man and your fellow man hurting.
And one meal.
Even right now, I see one outside that I think I'm about to go bring a meal.
For a man by himself.
Could you use a Thanksgiving meal?
On a day we spend with our loved ones.
If you want to eat it here, you can.
Bayon Wang.
Okay, have a great day. Okay, happy Thanksgiving.
Denver 7.
He is doing some good work out there.
He is incredibly generous with his time and his talent.
He definitely is. And around the holidays, people do tend to feel a little more generous than usual with their money and their time.
However, volunteer-based organizations want to remind everyone that struggles can happen all year long. And in recent years, they have seen a dramatic decline in people stepping up to help out.
Denver 7's Megan Lopez takes an in-depth look tonight at the decline of volunteerism and what could be behind it.
It's a daily routine people depend on. We got your 2 hot meals right here.
Every morning, snow or shine, volunteers prepare and deliver food to those who need a little help.
We all know that some of these people are relying on that meal to eat that day. And if it doesn't get there, then there's no meal.
Since the COVID pandemic, that need has only grown. Like a lot of organizations, Volunteers of America is struggling to find people to deliver the meals. And not just for a day or a weekend, but consistently.
We're down about half the volunteers we had pre-pandemic. We don't scale back. It just means that we put more onus on our volunteers and our staff to get those meals out.
The group has done a lot to try to bring in new recruits, but nothing seems to stick.
We put out a huge email blast. We made a video. We did everything. We got about 100 emails from people who said, "We'd love to volunteer." Awesome. Well, of those 100, 34 actually turned in applications. And of those 34, about half of those actually signed on to be volunteers. So that's 15. And in that time, we lost around 15 volunteers.
Volunteers or not, though, the work continues because the need isn't going away.
It really, really, really adds up to a challenging position.
We ask a lot of our volunteers.
Over at the Inner Canyon Fire Protection District, between a warming climate and dry forests, the stakes are high.
We're placing them in very challenging and sometimes risky situations.
And this job requires a lot, 200 hours of training before volunteers sign up for their first shift.
People have less time to commit to the volunteer fire service.
Across the country and here at Inner Canyon, fire departments are down about a third of volunteers from 30 years ago. But here's the thing.
Our call volume has nearly doubled over the past 30 years.
The age of volunteers is also going up, but Inner Canyon isn't alone, so it's come up with a potential solution, asking residents to combine with 3 nearby fire districts to form one department.
We would be able to then share the volunteer resources that we do have, as well as any potential paid or career resources.
The downside is a really big fire district, a trade-off to keep these departments staffed.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Meanwhile, police departments like Erie,
I want to give you some resources and phone numbers,
rely on volunteers to serve as victims advocates.
It's a comprehensive service. We're providing direct services to people on possibly one of the worst days of their lives.
It requires a background check, 60 hours of training, and a 1-year commitment. It's emotionally draining work.
Sometimes people get to the finish line of academy and say, you know what? This may not be for me.
Valerie Greenfield was hired this year just to try to bring more people in. It's not an easy task, but she knows she has to try.
If it were me, I'd want somebody there just for me, to talk with me, to help me understand who's here, why are they here, what can I do moving forward?
Because even after the police leave, victims have to put their lives back together.
2008 was at the low point of volunteering. Right now we're very close to that same low point.
MSU Associate Professor David Bechtold says no matter the organization, COVID certainly played a role, causing 11% of nonprofits to close their doors while another 65% reduced their services. But he says that spirit of giving hasn't necessarily gone away.
People are more inclined to give money now rather than their time.
Despite the struggle, Bechtold is optimistic about the return of volunteering because it's not just about what people give, but what they get.
It's not all altruistic when you volunteer. You get a tremendous amount of benefit to you.
Volunteering is a commitment. It's a sacrifice. But for those willing to step up, it can also be incredibly fulfilling, no matter how you help.
It's an important component in creating a healthy community. When it is not there, communities suffer.
Megan Lopez, Denver 7.
It is so important. If you want to get involved, there are plenty of ways you can do that. You can read Megan Lopez's entire article on volunteering right now on Denver7.com.
Today, people in Colorado Springs and across the country are remembering the 5 innocent lives killed on Saturday night at Club Q. Words of thanks and support continue to pour in for the 2 heroes that helped stop the person responsible for the shooting.
Richard Fierro, one of those heroes, is saying thank you today. He posted a video message along with his wife Jessica on Instagram through their brewery, Atravita Beer Company.
Hello everyone, Rich and Jess here. We just wanted to do a quick video to say thank you to everyone. We are overwhelmed by the love and support everyone is giving us, and we feel it. All the comments, just an outpouring of love, and it's beautiful, and we just want to thank everyone.
The family also had other loved ones at the club with them that night, including their daughter Cassie and Raymond Green Vance. Raymond died in the shooting. The Fieros said Raymond's mother is doing okay, along with their daughter Cassie. Some of the Fieros' other loved ones are still in the hospital. Today, the White House said the president and the First Lady called the owners of Club Q to offer their condolences and words of support. The suspect behind the shooting is due in court next month.
Still to come, one of the most legendary Thanksgiving events is back for its 96th year. We are taking a look at some of the floats in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Plus, the new project hopes to preserve some of Colorado's most important Native American landmarks.